2 markets coming up. So I wanted to share some behind the scenes of what usually goes into prepping for these things. For me, the biggest part of the process is definitely printing and cutting new stickers. Because I make all of my stickers at home, I usually tend to make things in relatively small batches, kind of as needed. Like if I get an online order or a wholesale order, but other than that, like my stock can kind of vary pretty wildly depending on what it is. So usually I'll start by going through what I have, see where I'm particularly low, also think about bestsellers from previous markets. Sometimes there are some differences, but there are a couple items that tend to consistently perform pretty well. So those I always make sure that I print out extra of. I've been thinking about outsourcing versus making stuff at home more lately. And I definitely feel like for stickers, I feel pretty happy with my decision to make things from home because I feel like, yes, there are some kind of technical annoyances, little difficulties. I do feel pretty content making my own stickers and sticker sheets myself. And one of the biggest benefits of that, I think, is the ability to make things in small quantities and kind of test out how you're feeling about it. Like for example, I have some stickers from when I was like first starting out that I still have quantities of, and at this point I'm not really sure what to do with them. I don't even fully dislike them. They're just kind of there. So I don't really have that problem with the new stuff I make because I can make as much or as little of it as I want. And it also is just, I feel like it feels way easier or there's less pressure on making something.
Sure.
Designing new stickers as well. Like I made these calico critter sticker sheets. The process for that one was kind of funny because I initially thought that I was going to do it in 3D, and so I made the base of it in Womp. But then when it got down to like adding the different details and stuff and like making the clothing more shapely, I was like, No." So after letting it kind of marinate for a little bit, I took it into my iPad into Procreate, and that is where it really took off, and I was able to finish it. And I really like how it turned out. I think it's very fun. I think it's like a nice little nod to Calico Critters, but it's also not like a direct, like overt copy, which I think is fun. Something that I'm really hoping for from these markets is that I will have some money that I can put aside and like reinvest back into my business. Um, Especially because, I can make, stickers and prints and stuff at home, even memo pads if I want to, even if it's tedious. But there are things that I just cannot make at home. Like I can't make washi tape and I can't make keychains and I can't make enamel pins, and that kind of bums me out because I like all of those things. And I have ideas for all of those things as well, which I was thinking of maybe sharing on my Instagram, like maybe some sort of poll or bracket, just so I can get a read from people on what they would like to see. Just because it's been a while since I've ordered something online, it makes me nervous. But yeah, I have some ideas for that, and so fingers crossed that this market goes well and I will be able to take some of my market money and invest it into fun new products. Also, since the weather is getting warmer and the trees are blooming, There are these mourning doves that like to stop by my fire escape. After Tiny Trinket Market and kind of reflecting on my few foot kind of rush table setup, I decided to get an additional plastic display. More so thinking for my sticker sheets, just because I am only getting more of them and they just seem like way too crowded in the little plastic divider that I have them in. So I got this new one and I really like it. I like that it's a little taller. It definitely feels a bit more sturdy than my individual sticker one. Like that one, I think broke the first time I used it, and it's held together with tape. So this one felt a lot more sturdy. So recently, my friend Sarah and I made the trip into Manhattan to the High Line to go and see the big pigeon before it left, and I had to bring my small little pigeon to see the big pigeon. It was really cute because like other people had brought like jellycat pigeons and like other sort of offerings to this big bird, which was quite beautiful actually. This will also be the first time that I am selling these Dorito blind boxes in person, and honestly, I'm really nervous. I know that I've worked really hard on them and I've tried to make them as good as I can possibly make them with like what I know how to do, with what I'm able to do. It's just always kind of scary going outside of your comfort zone, like doing something for the first time. And then I think, especially as artists, we, number one, in general, undercharge for our work, but sometimes just even question like if our work is worth anything monetarily. But yeah, I don't know. I am really proud of them and I'm super happy with how they turned out. My anxiety brain is just going crazy.
Oh my god.
This is also a little sneak peek for one of the next 3D printing projects that I'm going to be working on based off of these fairy girls that I made. So I made them more blind boxed, figure friendly. And my friend has a 3D printer, so he printed this out for me, and I really like how it looks, but it doesn't stand. So I have to go back to the drawing board, but exciting. I have done BICS before last year, and I think I was maybe in the minority group of people who had a positive experience. Like, I made my table feedback plus like a little more. At the time, it was my first 2 day market, so to me, that was a really big thing. I've been a little unsure of my setup lately. Some things that I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on, like how to display my individual stickers. But for things like sticker sheets or prints or my stationery, I feel like that seems less certain. Also, I just feel like my prints don't really move as much as I would like them to. And I'm sure that there are a lot of different factors for that. It does always make me wonder, like, is there an optimal way to do this? Something else about being in Industry City is I got to try this bakery that I've been wanting to try. It's called Panya, and it's a Japanese bakery, and oh my god, it's so good. So I think that like I would totally do this market again, and I had a good experience doing it. I am just wishing for next year's to be a bit better in terms of the marketing side of things.